Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Catherine, and I have had a crazy week. We launched our Origins course a little less than a week ago, and the response has been absolutely amazing. So I want to say a huge thank you for that. We have a buzzing group with over 170 members in there chatting away. People are sharing their songs, their artwork, all of the cool things they're doing with AI, their chats. If you're not sure what Origins is yet, do check your email or check back on my channel. Origins is our brand new course. It's a mega course, so it's about multiple things: monetizing AI art, AI music, building GPTs. We have a GPT Builder with 160 GPT templates that you can take, edit, make your own, and resell them if you want to. You can sell access to them. You can turn them into lead magnets. I'm going to talk a bit more about that in a moment because I have built an awesome GPT that I am giving away free. And it's not just a GPT. It is a whole bundle. It is a GPT and a whole framework in a book that will help you with marketing your book, your product, your business service, whatever it is you are looking to sell. My deep strategy bundle, which I'm giving away today, it's absolutely free, will analyze whatever it is you're working on, and it will provide you with really detailed recommendations for what you can do to market it better, launch it better. This framework really reflects some of the strategies I use myself, and I'm going to show you in depth how that works in just a moment. But first, I want to share these very quick early testimonials from Origins. This course launched just a few days ago, and this is what people are saying. I've just purchased, and after spending just a few seconds inside the members area, I am totally speechless. What you are providing is worth thousands of dollars and will still be undervalued. That's not from an affiliate, that is from a genuine customer who has just bought Origins. Here's another one. Catherine, I just finished watching the Welcome to Origins video in the new platform. Can I just say how lucky I am to have been following you all these years? You inspire, teach, and deliver every time. You and Isaac are amazing, diving in now. I may need some help along the way, but I know you have my back. Thank you. I've been sitting all day watching, my brain is buzzing, and the ideas are flowing. I've been using ChatGPT for a while now, but oh my, I tell you what, my mind is blown. Just started the course, and even the intro is packed with value. I've followed Catherine and Isaac for years. Honestly, I'd buy anything. Thank you. That's really kind of you. Anything they put out. Tangent templates change the game for self-publishing, and this AI course already feels like their most powerful resource yet. There's a lot I want to add to this course. There's already so much in there. It has mastering ChatGPT, building GPTs, monetizing art, monetizing music, building frameworks, and you're going to see what you can do with frameworks in just a minute because I am giving away this framework I made today. It also has working with data. It's got a KDP class in there. I even mention Amazon FBA. We do niche research. I even do a little bit of data scraping. Ooh, it's great. There is so much in there. And we do some really deep AI analysis of data as well. My goal with Origins was to make it accessible to everyone because a lot of people have said to me, Catherine, I still haven't really got to grips with ChatGPT yet. So the first class in Origins, the first section, is mastering ChatGPT so that everyone has an even base to grow into all the cool stuff, the stuff that will make you money, like making GPTs, like making AI art. And there are some really interesting untapped markets for both AI art and AI music. I seriously think that AI music is possibly the next merch, is possibly the next low-content books. I think it is that exciting. There are some serious opportunities here. And this isn't for Origins. This is actually from someone who just discovered our Imagine course, but I just wanted to share because this is such a great email. This is easily the best value I've ever spent money on with self-help courseware and software. Plus, you are really great people. Outside of marrying my wife, getting the Imagine Tangent product is the best decision I've ever made. Thank you. What a sweet message. So people are really, really happy. If there's anything I can do to work with you guys, always send me a message. My inbox is always open. Or you can send me a message at support@tangent.rocks, and I will happily answer you there, because we have coupon codes if you're in Tangent Templates, or you're in Imagine, or if you've been laid off or riffed or are suffering any extreme hardship. Message me, because we do have coupon codes as well. So check it out. That is Origins. It is an amazing course. And as I say, we have a GPT Builder in there that is just next level. You can build GPTs, have them deployed on ChatGPT in a couple of minutes. It's that powerful. And there is so much opportunity out there right now. AI is awesome. And it's just going to keep growing. The group is buzzing. I'm already posting tons in the group. Yesterday, I made this song. Do you want to hear this song? Let's listen to it. Here comes the chorus. Okay, so if you want to listen to more of that, come and join our groups. And if you're in Origins, I have posted the entire research process for creating that song, why it's in an awesome niche, how I found that niche, and what keywords you should be hitting, and how you can make money from niched songs like this. That's just bonus random content I made yesterday morning. So let's move on and take a look at my GPT now. And you can go and get this for free on my Gumroad at catherine.gumroad.com. And I made this whole package in 24 hours using the GPT Builder in Origins and using a framework that I worked out with AI. And it's not AI slop. It is really well developed. If you read through the book, you're going to see that it doesn't sound like AI. It has a lot of Catherine magic in there. So it's like AI enhanced Catherine. So I have superpowers, basically. AI has given me superpowers. And if you take the Origins class, you will get superpowers too, I promise. So first of all of the artwork in this resource was created with Midjourney. And in the course, I show you how you can make amazing style references. So you can have beautiful, consistent artwork in your resources too. So then we have a link to the GPT. So I'm going to click that now, and that's going to take me into ChatGPT, and this is the GPT. And what is really awesome about GPTs like this is that if you make one, you can give it to your customers, to your clients, you can sell access to it, and they don't even need a paid GPT account to use them. You do need the GPT Plus account to make them, but your customers can use them absolutely free. And that means that you guys can use this GPT absolutely free. And it's a very powerful GPT. And what this GPT does is that you can give it information about any product, any book, or any business service that you want to offer. And it will give you a detailed analysis of what you are doing right and how you can improve it. And it will put together a really detailed marketing plan for you with a timeline that plans out how you can market this product, book, service better, and how you can launch it if you haven't launched it yet. So it's a really amazing framework. And as I say, I've just done a major launch for my new course, and you can see in here that it really reflects my values and my feelings about marketing. One of the key things for me is that marketing should always be white hat. I think you should always respect your customers. I think you should always respect the people you work with. You should give them fair value and fair service. And I've tried to put that very much into this book, this resource, and into the GPT. And I really hope that reflects all the way through. Because first of all, life is too short to not be a good person. But also, it works. Building relationships with customers over time is how you grow and how you end up with a sustainable business. So first, there's an introduction to deep strategy, and it explains what it is. Then there's some more pretty artwork. And then this is really the meat of the framework. So it's called the Deep Strategy Pyramid. And what it does is it takes your little customer here from being a complete stranger through to being a brand evangelist for your product. So it starts with you building a trust base for your customer. And how do you do that? Well, you use these two levers, authority and familiarity. You want your customers to trust that you know what you're doing. And you also want them to see you, to be like, oh, that's Catherine. I've seen her around. So the very first thing you do is to actually establish that familiarity so people recognize you, see you, and also know that you know what you're doing or that your product does what it says it does. The second level of the pyramid is when you start this great give and take relationship with your customers, which is what I'm doing right now. I am giving you guys this huge resource, and hopefully what you might give me is your email address so we can stay in touch, or maybe you'll just climb right up to the top of the ladder and buy my course, which would be amazing. Thank you very much. Now we're halfway up and we're moving into validation. And validation is all tied with social cues. That's when people start to look around and say, hey, is this product legit? Is this book legit? Are other people interested in it? I'm almost ready to buy, but I need some proof. And validation is the step where the stranger becomes a customer. And so what they're looking for are things like reviews, rankings. They want to see that other people like whatever it is that you are selling and promoting. The fourth step of the ladder is when your customers have now bought your first product, they've bought into your brand or your product or you or your service, and now they're moving into, okay, I want to grow. I want to get to this level. And this is where you can offer them something that is of more value. You can ask for a greater commitment to your product, to your company, to your service. And the way you do that is through these two levers that I've identified, rarity and aspiration. Now, a lot of marketing models may talk about scarcity. I'm not the biggest fan of scarcity. I think it's always a little black hat when you're like, oh, spaces are running out, time's running out, buy, buy, buy. I don't think people like to hear that. It doesn't last for you or for the customer when they go, well, hold on, why are things running out? Why is there this scarcity? It's like this very negative pressure on people to buy. So I've kind of transformed that concept into rarity, where it's like, well, you know, if I want to offer you personal service, then my time is a little bit limited. And when you're transparent with your customers and you don't just say, hey, time's running out, bye, 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 you say, well, actually, this is the service I want to provide, and this is why it's rare. Then you're providing your customers with transparency. So this goes back to the trust base at the bottom as well. They trust you and they want to invest in your product or your service. This also pairs with aspiration. People want to know that you are going where they are going, that you're going to help them get to where they are going. So this fourth level of the pyramid focuses on how you can find that alignment with your customers and say, look, I think we have got the skills, the expertise, the products, the services, the tools to help you go where you are going. And then, hurrah, they reach the top of the pyramid. It is like Everest without the scary death zone. It is like looking at the summit and saying, yes, I now really connect with this brand. I think they're awesome. And I want to tell everyone about it. I want to tell my friends about this. At that point, you don't have a stranger or a customer anymore. You have a brand evangelist. And so the goal of this pyramid is to walk your customer through those steps, which means that if you're working on a product, a service, a book, it's going to walk you through the steps you can put into your marketing to make sure that you tick the boxes for the customers at every step on their journey. So I explain it a little bit more in this box as they move from stranger to prospect to customer to advocate to brand evangelist. And this resource is just getting started. More pretty artwork. Then it describes the step of the stranger. So it talks about the goal, it gives you some quick insights, a question to ask yourself, and then it gives you some practical examples. How can you build a trust base? And this is where it's got a little bit of magic in here. Instead of a generic About Us page, Share your origin story and your core values. Show your clients success stories. And what you're going to see through this framework is a real focus on the customer, on their journey, on how you can help them. It's not about you and like, this is where my company's going. I want to be $1 million product. I just want to make people plug their bank accounts into my product. It's not about you. It's totally about the customer. And this is what we have built this framework on. And then step 2 is activation. This is when your customer becomes a prospect because you invite them to engage with your company. So there's some information here about how you can do this, building genuinely valuable free lead magnets, like a GPT and a book, for example. And then there's some practical examples for how you can invite engagement. So you could offer a quiz, for example, you can give free samples, providing a little bit of something that is genuinely valuable, not just, hey, I add value like this, like giving them a tool that actually helps solve a small problem and proves what you can do for them. That's how you get them to engage with you. And that is the first step towards them becoming a customer. So now we're halfway through the pyramid and they are becoming a customer. They are looking for those social cues and that validation. They want to say, are other cool people doing this thing too? And am I making a good choice? And that's when they're looking around to see what other people think. So this is where you need testimonials, reviews, ratings, people saying that it's the best decision they've ever made since marrying their wife. You need those people. You need to be saying like, hey, this is what people are saying about my product, my service. And again, practical examples for this step. And one I particularly love is user-generated content at this point. So encouraging people who use your product or who have worked with your services to share their experiences. And at this point, you're just building a relationship. You might want to share behind-the-scenes content or maybe host a Q&A session, ask me anything. You're getting to know your customers better at this point. And then step 4, we're almost to the top. This is when they become an advocate for your brand. They have engaged with it, they have validated their interest, but inertia is real. So this is where they're going to get fired up. This is where you can take your brand to the next level by bringing in those rarity and those aspiration levers. And of course, this section of the book talks all about that. Things you can do in your marketing, in your launch, as you keep doing your PR, how you can add these elements of aspiration and rarity so that people really see what a great deal they are getting when they work with you. And I love this picture. The images in this I just think are so gorgeous. And then we are at the very last step, the peak of the pyramid. You can see he or she, the little customer here, has now got a big star behind them. So they are now a brand evangelist. And this is all about identity, where they identify with your company, with your product, with you, and they see like, hey, this has been my life story so far. This is where I'm going. This is the next chapter in my story. And working with you has definitely been a chapter. It has definitely helped take me to the next level. And this is where you want your customers to eventually go to. So you have this whole journey from stranger to brand evangelist. And that is what this book is about. So it finishes off with some ideas for how you can convert your customers from advocates into brand evangelists at the top of the pyramid. And you know, big companies like Microsoft talking about things like Net Promoter Score. Net Promoter Score is basically how likely are people to recommend your business, your service to other people. And if those people have a really awesome Net Promoter Score that they're really talking about your product, then you have a brand evangelist. This is what big companies are trying to foster. This is what you can foster. But you're doing it in the most genuine, real, positive, awesome way. You're actually connecting with people. You're giving them something that's valuable to them. And you are hopefully earning a living and doing well yourself. So it's like this mutual positive win-win thing that we're trying to cultivate here. We're not looking for like take the money and run. We are looking to build actual relationships over time. And I have to say, I've been doing this for over 10 years now. My Amazon bundle class came out 10 years ago. And there are a lot of people joining Origins this week who have said to me, Catherine, I have followed you since bundles. So those people have been taking my courses for 10 years. And I can't tell you how much that means, like genuinely means to me. That makes me kind of teary to think about that. So I truly believe in this model that I put together with help from AI. That's how I put this together in 24 hours. But I think it's awesome. I think it's a really good model. And not only have I made this little book, but I have also created a GPT using our GPT Builder that is based on this book and this framework. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so we are in the GPT, and this is what you see when you log into it. Again, you don't need a paid ChatGPT account for this. You can just click the link in the PDF and it will take you into this GPT, and you can use it absolutely free. When you log in, you'll see that there are 4 options. Create a deep strategy for my product, for my book, for my business, or tell me about Origins. Oh, this is cool. This is because GPTs can actually act as a promotional service for you. So if you're selling something, a book, a service, whatever it is, you can make a GPT that will act as an advert or as a companion for your product or for your service. So you just find a small problem that your customers have or something cool that you can offer to them. Like even if you're making books, like you're making fictional books, you could have a GPT that tells them a little bit about the world or that generates images from the world of your book. So there's a lot of things you can do with GPTs to promote books, services, products, or your business. But the main functions that this GPT does is to create a deep strategy for you. So I'm going to show you how this works, and it's so straightforward. You're going to love this. So you can either click on one of these buttons and you can tell it about something you want to do. Or if I go to my book, for example, on Amazon, I can literally screenshot this. So this is my Mid-Journey book. Oh, thank you. It's actually had some really lovely reviews on it as well. So I really appreciate that. But I can screenshot my book and then I can go back to ChatGPT and I can upload that screenshot. And actually, I don't need to type anything. I can just hit the arrow. So as a user, I'm not typing anything. I'm literally just giving it a screenshot of the book I want to sell. And check out what this GPT does. Thank you for sharing the screenshot and product description. Let's now create a full deep strategy marketing analysis using Catherine's 5-layer customer journey framework with tailored suggestions at each stage to build visibility, increase engagement, and foster long-term loyalty. So this is going to create a marketing strategy for my book based on that whole framework I just showed you. So at the first step, a stranger, what am I doing well that will resonate with strangers? Well, it's professional and colourful cover, which stands out visually. It's got good credibility. I said that I've got some success with courses, mentoring, and AI tools. It connects with a current trend, Mid-Journey and AI art, highly relevant. It includes proof of results. Yes, I did have a 7-figure student and another student who was picked up by the media. So this is telling me what I'm doing right that will appeal to people who are at the stranger level. So they haven't really encountered me or my brand before. So now what it does, it uses those levers we talked about, authority and familiarity. And it says this is what you can do to establish those. So you could share a reel or blog post on how the book came together, more media mentions and testimonials, and you could get more familiarity by repurposing some of the style examples into carousels on Instagram or LinkedIn so people become more familiar with your brand. So then at the prospect level, it says, okay, these things are working well. There's a read sample option. Oh, that's because that's Amazon. It has an option to go and read a sample of the book. So obviously Amazon know what they're doing with marketing, that they include that. The product ties directly to practical use cases. So then more ideas here. Create a free mini pack of 5 styles as a lead magnet. I kind of did that actually. I have a version of this on Gumroad for free. Do emails. Offer an email series with a 5-day mid-journey challenge. And then we step up to the customer stage of the pyramid. Here we are, we're at validation with social cues. So it says what's working well here. You can see that my book has a 5-star Amazon rating, great. Leverages my identity as a trusted educator, but we could strengthen this by sharing style results from users. And actually that is happening organically. If we click to the reviews, you can see one lovely person actually made an image with a style reference and posted that in the reviews. So that is really, really awesome. And there's some more ideas here. Build a hashtag campaign, make a user gallery on my website, have mini interviews with fans. We come to the top end of the pyramid at the advocate level. And this is looking at those levers of rarity and aspiration, of how this is helping people move towards their story, to where they want to get to. This book is a shortcut to the polished creative identity you want. And upsell opportunities. You could pair this with a course or a template that uses these styles. So this is how you can turn your book into something more than a book. You can start creating something higher ticket, higher value for your customers who are becoming advocates for your brand. And that's when we reach the top of the pyramid. And check this out. It says, what is working well here? Well, now this book fits into a broader world. It fits with the Imagine course, the Origins course, and in general with the movement for being an AI creator. It also connects with a clear value system, creativity, generosity, and expertise. And then there's some really big brain ideas here, like host an annual Mid-Journey Style Awards event. Wow. It also suggests introducing a style alchemist identity and badge. So when people have shared 10 or more styles, I could give them a badge and say this person is a style alchemist. That is absolute genius. I really love that in the GPT. So now it offers, do you want to create a full marketing launch plan? Or do you want to focus in on one stage and generate deeper ideas? So I'm going to say full marketing plan, please. So what this is doing is following the whole customer journey to see what you can put into your marketing that will trigger those 10 psychological important levers that will encourage people to not just buy your product, but to become a brand evangelist for your product. So here we go, week by week, it has given me a checklist to really market this book. Build buzz and establish credibility in week 1 with a blog, a reels behind the scene, 3 teaser posts, schedule interviews and collabs. Week 2, launch a lead magnet, make a landing page for conversions, make a fun quiz about it, do a before and after. Like you can see, this is just giving you a ton of ideas. And of course, you can drill down on any of these. So if it says make a quiz, you can say, help me generate a quiz. Help me write that quiz. Where shall I share it? And ChatGPT will walk you through wherever you need to go with these. Invite users to share what they create. Go live on Instagram or YouTube. Make a poll. Which of these styles do you want to master first? And so on through to the Evangelist step. And this is where it has how to launch the Style Alchemist badge program for top users. I really loved that. And it even has some ongoing monthly suggestions. So this is a fantastic GPT. You can also do things like this. So if I go to my Origins website, and I'm literally just going to copy all the text from this. So I'm just copying and pasting, and I'm going to start a new chat with it. And I'm going to say, create a deep strategy for my business. So it wants a little bit of information. I'm just going to paste in. This is my website. And I'm going to paste that whole thing in. Thank you. Origins with Catherine is an extraordinary and highly differentiated educational platform. So now it's going to analyze my whole website. So this is analyzing my whole web page on this framework. So a stranger comes and looks at my website and they know nothing about me. What do I want? Well, I want them to remember me, so I want them to actually see me and find me, but I also want them to trust me. So what am I doing well? Well, it tells me here, it says I've got a good human, authentic tone for emotional connection and trust. strong founder story with credentials, beautifully written, thank you, full of high-value insight and generous content. And I talk about Midjourney reaching out. They gave me this awesome book. It's a beautiful book. Thank you, Midjourney. I'm not an affiliate for Midjourney. I have no relationship with them. They just sent me that awesome book, so I'm very grateful for that. And then the GPT says how I can make this a little bit better. So it says create a founder welcome video. Well, that actually is on the website. I just gave it the text, so it couldn't see that. So that's good. I guess I'm on the right lines here. Video previews of classes, again, those are on the website. Success metrics, logos, and user stats. That's really interesting. So I could put maybe my Facebook, how many people we've got in our Facebook groups, how many subscribers we've got on YouTube. I don't know if I want to go that route, but that is actually a really good option that I hadn't thought about doing. And then it analyzes the prospect stage when you're trying to get someone to give you the first yes. And the idea of the first yes is actually, I think it comes from Robert Cialdini, who wrote the book Influence. And he says that basically once someone has committed to something very, very small and they've said, I'm this kind of person, I want to do this thing, it becomes a lot easier for you as a promoter, a marketer, to work with them because they've already given you that little yes. They've already said, yeah, actually, I am committed to doing this thing. So at that point, you can jump in and say, great, I want to help you do that thing. So it says, what are we doing well? Well, it says we've got exceptionally high value content, which is being previewed, strong emotional language that evokes curiosity and aspiration, clear benefits and transformation are communicated. And then it gives me some suggestions. If I want to get more people at this stage of the pyramid, I could maybe add a free lesson, a free mini module or a sampler pack. I can do an email capture here with a taste of our frameworks, which is kind of what this video is. I'm showing you how I work with frameworks in building this tool and this GPT. And actually, I really like this idea, the start here path for beginners, because often people say to me like, oh, there's so much content. Where do I start? So I really like that idea of a start here path. And you can see what a detailed report this is. Now it's going through the customer stage, how I'm establishing a sense of community, testimonials and case studies are there. Then we move into advocate level when I'm talking to people who are already familiar with my brand and who want to grow further with it. What am I doing well? I'm including vivid imagery of opportunity and future success. There is so much opportunity. I strongly believe in this. An emphasis on first mover advantage in a changing world, which is, again, true. AI is giving us all opportunities if we jump on them. Premium feel with cutting-edge content. But how can I improve this? Offer early bird bonuses, tiered pricing. I like the transformation map showing how users evolve from 0 to advanced with specific timelines. That's pretty cool. So it's like if you want to become an AI artist or an AI musician, then this is the map for you to follow. And it will only take a few days or a week or however long it takes. You can get going very quickly, by the way. Making AI music, you can have your songs published tomorrow. It is awesome. And then step 5, how am I relating to brand evangelists? Well, teaching frameworks is right there at the top, a visionary, inclusive tone. And then I could introduce a certified origin builder track. I like that idea a lot. I would love to have certified origin builders. Member-led content, build a member spotlight blog or a video series. Actually, I would love to do that. Show what people are doing with origins, their artwork they're creating, their music they're creating. These are all great ideas. So there we go. I can now say, yes, absolutely, I would like a detailed marketing plan with timeline. I have already launched. So give me additional ideas. Great. So it's building a post-launch marketing plan for me. Here's the theme of week 1. We're the real deal and here's proof. So this has very specific actionable ideas. Publish 2 video snippets showing class excerpts. Add a new start here page with a structured beginner path. And maybe have a why I joined Origins thread in your Facebook group. That's a great idea. And then invite engagement in week 2. Week 3, build social validation, a My Origin Story campaign with reshared submissions. And this is just giving me a million ideas here. So I hope this is helpful to you. You can go and get the GPT and the whole book free on my Gumroad right now, catherine.gumroad.com. You can play with the GPT, use it for all your books, all your products, all your services. I would love to hear how that's useful to you. And if you want to know how to build your own GPTs, it is in Origins. We have this amazing GPT Builder. It has a stack of GPTs all ready to go, over 160 of them, that you can just bring into the Builder tool and edit to your heart's content, or you can create your own from scratch. And this makes it really, really easy to do so. So I hope you will check out Origins. There's an awesome video here on the website, and it has so much information about what Origins is. This is what's included. You can master ChatGPT. We have a whole course that even if you're a complete beginner, it will give you all kinds of ideas. And that's what I'm hearing from everyone who's taking it. They're saying, well, I've used ChatGPT a little bit, but I didn't know you could do this. And this has really changed everything. So there's a lot of goodies and features in that. We teach GPT building. So I walk through how to make GPTs from scratch. And we go really next level with GPTs. We explore frameworks and how to put those in them. We talk about data, and I show you where to get some really awesome data. There is a lot in here. There's a whole module on monetizing art. I show you how to make really beautiful AI art images, how you can make headshots that look fantastic, like pictures of yourself, pictures of your customers. We explore a whole bunch of ways that you can monetize those. And I show you how to do research on platforms like Etsy. And there's some really interesting data research in here. Monetizing music. I'm going to show you my method for how I've actually made money from AI music. And I think you can do the same. I'm not allowed to make promises because of the FTC, but I think this is a very, very valuable course. And I think it's a brand new opportunity that not many people have discovered yet. And the ones who have discovered it aren't really thinking like marketers. They're thinking like musicians, which is great. I love musicians. I have dabbled in music. But I think the way to monetize music is to think like a marketer. And we talk about data. We have this whole section, building a business, where I talk about frameworks, how you can use frameworks not just to build GPTs, but to create a whole business from them. It's a huge section. I think it's really interesting. And there's actually a lot more I want to talk about with this. It's a bit of a passion project for me. And there it is. I mean, it's 18 hours of content. So you can imagine how much is in there. It's really hard to cover it all in a short video, but I think it's really, really cool. And I hope you will give it a look. And again, if you need coupon codes, if you're in Imagine or Tangent Templates, message me for a coupon code. And if you are struggling, if you are going through some hardship at the moment, reach out because we understand and we want to help with that. So we do have extra discounts as well. So it's awesome to be talking to you guys. I hope you enjoyed the GPT, the book, and I hope you will check out Origins. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give me a like, a thumbs up, and then you'll see my next videos as well. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.